We're live here with at Green Card Guys. Today is Thursday, September 25th, and my name is John Ting. I practice immigration law in the United States to help you secure legal status to live and work in America legally because the government simply doesn't care. But we do here at Green Card Guys. So let's go. All right, we got to collaborate. We got to work together to help you get legal status. Now, if you're first time here, put the number 1 in the chat box. Okay, let me know if you're new here. Welcome. I share insights almost every day if I can. I'm trying to get consistent here on social media on going live around 11:30 a.m. Central Time. So put that on your calendar if you want to know more about immigration. I also tend to share a lot of immigration problems because I'm really trying to help you avoid those problems. Now, some attorneys might not want to share with you what those problems are because that could mean more cases for them, right? But I actually want to help you avoid those problems. So if you think that's a good thing for you, if that resonates with you, go ahead and tap the screen, click the follow button, subscribe, and the plus sign, okay? And the bell, of course. Got to click the bell so you get the notifications in the future. All right. So if you're first time here, put the number 1 in the chat box. Welcome to Green Card Guys Show. And in the meantime, if you're on this platform where you tap the screen, let's get to 500 taps, okay? Then I'll start answering your questions. I'm going to be here for about 30 minutes today. I have a little bit more wiggle room today, okay? Let me check the schedule. But in the meantime, keep tapping the screen, and then you can also join the live show so people can hear your question and whatnot as well. That does help if you want to you have a couple questions back and forth. Happy to help. All right, in the meantime, here's at least 4 scenarios that you need to talk to an immigration lawyer, specifically an immigration attorney. Number 1, if you get a request for evidence. Number 2, if you receive a notice of intent deny. And some of you might think after reading the first page, you're like, the government's denying me? No, they're not. They're thinking about it, but they're giving you at least no more than 30 days to reply to them to change their minds. So it's really not that much time. And, y'all do the Reddit search or Google search, Bing search, Yahoo, whatever it is. And y'all might just be spending too much time and you run out of time. It's kind of like the shot clock in basketball. You're not going to get more time on the clock. It is what it is, and it's done. So don't waste time. That's why even right now, if you have not received an NOID, RFE, go ahead and follow, subscribe, because you never know when you need our help, okay? And of course, by the way, since you know about us now here at Green Card Guys, for the love of God, when you get that letter in the mail or online, please don't wait. Like the same day, just contact us, okay? Because the reality is, if you can't afford our fees, we're happy to refer you to others. I mean, it might break our heart a little bit, but I mean, I get it. You still need the help, so we'll refer you others if we need to. I don't know what their fees are myself, right? We don't share that with each other. So, but in the day, you need some legal help because you already spent thousands of G's there. Wait, several G's, and you've waited. Some of you waited a long time. So it makes sense to hire a professional to get this done. Okay. I'm not here to judge you if you filed yourself, but I am here to judge you if you hired a notario. Now, some of you on here might be a notario, might be a consultant. I get it. It's the free world, the free market. You got to make a living for your own family. It is what it is. But it's really upon the clients, the applicants, buyer beware. Okay. I'm sure there's some notarios, notaries, consultants that do just a fine job. But we always hear the negative stories inherently, right? Because people contact us and it's always a negative thing. I don't get a phone call that says, hey, this consultant, this notary did a hell of a job. They called me back. I don't get calls that someone says, yo, my attorney's amazing. I just want to let y'all know. Like, I don't get calls like that. I mean, that'd be nice. I do want to know if other lawyers are doing great as well in their customer service. I've spoken at conferences sharing my tips on customer service, but It could be in one ear, out the other. I don't know. All right, UK 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thanks for the update. All right, appreciate that. I am dressed up today because I just got done with an interview this morning. Well, I guess not just. It's now 11:40 a.m. My interview was at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. We gotta do what we gotta do, which means it's about an hour drive for me. And of course, I want to show up 30 minutes before, so I woke up 5 a.m. on the dot. Okay, which actually that's probably a good idea. I need to do every day. Who wakes up early? Anyone wake up early like that, 5 or 6 a.m.? I'm impressed. I'm impressed by y'all. I know some people work out that early. Anyway, but that's not me. I can't do that. Oh, that's good, UK. You just happen to follow a lot of others, and that's how you know the info. Oh, good, good. Let's see. Anyone want to join live? Okay. Oh, you 4 a.m. Man, that's amazing. That means you might have to go to bed, what, like 8 p.m., 9 p.m.? All right, let's see. Samantha asked, "How was the interview?" It was good. The officer needs a little bit more time, but I always ask at the end. I always ask at the end, with the supplemental evidence that we provided today, officer, do you believe we need an RF? That there could be an RFE, and 99% of the time they say no. It's all good, documentation wise. Okay. If anything that might need a little more time, it could be legal issues. Let's see here. All right. So we got Ken B45's question. You have an approved I-130, so can you do a 601 waiver, or can you apply for 131 to be paroled in and out? Well, it depends. Ken, do you have DACA or TPS, which gives you the ability to do the advanced parole? Um, because if that's the case, then you don't need to do the waiver. But if you're doing the waiver because you have no lawful entry, then it's not the 601. It's similar, but it's a 601A. We call that the family unity waiver. There's another name for it. Online might show a provisional waiver. Okay. Now, the one thing that was created under the Obama administration, so it's good. I would give that I would give that a 6.5. It could have been better. It could have been a 10, a score of a 10. He could have added adult children as a qualifying relative, but you know what? They didn't do that. They didn't fucking do it. So I know a lot of immigration attorneys like myself. We're not too happy about that. Imagine how many more people could qualify for that waiver if he just added adult children, or maybe minor children, because adult children can apply, a U.S. citizen adult child can file I-130 petition for their parent. But if they didn't enter the visa, then they have to leave the United States and then apply for waiver. I'm just like, come on, Obama guys, come on. You just gotta, you were just almost there. If we just added another qualifying relative. Okay, so a lot of people think, oh, immigration is not related to politics. It fucking is. Okay, I mean, especially now in 2025. If uh, if you didn't realize now, unfortunately, immigration is all about politics. It's just obviously heightened more because of who's in office and his buddy. Samantha, yeah, I went live yesterday around this time, and I said I was going to come back on at 10. I know, and I realized I need to go to sleep earlier so that I could wake up. I didn't want to miss my client's interview, so my bad. I misspoke on going live at 10. Um, you know what though? You know what though? I wonder if there's a way I can notify y'all. If I can let a team member know to let y'all know if I can't go live. Maybe I know YouTube has that community section. Maybe on TikTok and Facebook we have to do the story, just let you know, kind of like a regular story, let you know my hours. Chi Pong, why do all immigration lawyers swear like sailors? Because of what we go through. unfortunately, what we go through. I don't swear in my personal life, actually. It's kind of strange, isn't it? But when it comes to immigration, it's a very frustrating process for everyone, not just y'all, for us attorneys. Okay. Like some people say, like, oh, aren't you busy? Like, it's great for you guys. I mean, some immigration lawyers might like it, but I know the majority of the ones that I'm friends with, we don't like how it's being done right now. This is not right. So I hope that helps. We have to live in joy, absolutely. But this live show is not about joy. This is about fucking getting it done right. Does that help? I mean, it's just what it is. I have to. This is not a travel channel. I guess I wish I had a travel channel. That'd be more joyous. But this is about just sharing what the problems are and providing you, in some way, motivation to get it done. Because a lot of people have. Obviously, I've been doing this for 13 years. A lot of people, some people have consulted with us, and how to put this? We gave them the advice, and they did counter to the advice we gave. So I don't know. There's only so much we can do if you don't hire us, right? So that's just an example. Um, and not everyone has financial budget for us, or you might already have an attorney, and so I can only do so much if you're ready, especially if you're already having your own attorney. Um, and some attorneys join live here too. Mello says, I can't just walk into another country, not political. I can't walk into Japan, Mexico, Russia. Um, I kind of beg to differ. I mean, people have clearly been walking through Mexico, into Mexico to get through Mexico to America. So maybe not Japan. I guess that'd be probably a little bit difficult on a boat. But then again, from the Vietnam War, people rafted all the way to, Malaysia, other countries, and then made it to America. So, I mean, it's more about, anyway, back to immigration questions. Thank you so much for questions. I do see some people want to join live. Uh, let's get Ken on. And then on deck, user 384. Processing in. If you're still there. Okay, I think we might be able to get 5 people on today. Oh, I was just about to ask Samantha if you had a question. Do they do drug tests? Okay, I'll show you what it shows on a CDC website about this. Hello, Ken. Hi, Ken.
Hey, how are you doing, man?
Hey, you're live on
Hey.
Green Card Guys. How can I help you?
Yes. I'm the one that asked the question about the I-131 travel document.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you were saying that I needed to have DACA to apply for that?
DACA or TPS, but I think, which country are you national of?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay. I don't recall Trinidad and Tobago to be on a TPS list, but it sounds like you don't have DACA. Otherwise, you would have said that.
No, I didn't. No. So what happened is I have an approved I-130. I had an absentia order that was reopened and dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did hire you a firm, and currently doing attempting the 601 waiver.
And you're in the U.S. right now?
Yeah, I'm in the U.S.
Okay. You filed the 601A waiver?
Yeah. I'm like I said, I hired your firm. months ago. So I'm
Oh,
currently working on that right now.
is your first name Ken?
Kendall.
Oh, Kendall. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. Well, thanks for your trust. I appreciate that. I don't know. Did I answer your question then?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Good deal. And of course, just like you might know that any client is welcome to self-schedule a meeting with our team.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I do have one on Tuesday. So
oh, perfect. Okay, great.
yeah.
Well, thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks.
tuning in. All right, Kendall.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, I guess I could have pieced that together. Ken and Kindle. Let's see. I'm trying to find the information about the backlog. Well, it's great. I always love it when clients are able to join live because honestly, that's the best way to get a hold of me. Although I'm not trying to micromanage my team, but I do see the email. We do use a shared inbox. Let's see here. Backlog. In the meantime, let's. All right. Thanks for the taps on the screen. Cuban boy, 47. Your boss. Oh, you said, "Hey, boss. Your wife master hearing yesterday went great. Okay, good. I remember we talked about something. Was it that the court hearing? Um. Okay, great. Hopefully, you got a court date like scheduled a little bit more out there. Colleen asked, "How long after RFE do you receive a response?" Oh, it's like all over the place, unfortunately. I mean, I can't say that just hiring an attorney, a law firm, can get you a response any quicker necessarily, but we tend to get that response back, whether approve like a decision, um, or interview within. Well, decision usually seems like less than 30 days. That's what it seems like. I haven't heard any complaints from my team or the clients about why is the RFE response taking so long, from the government. Let's see here. Let's get user 384 on. On deck is going to be Chukuri. Hello, user.
Hello?
Hi, what's going on? How can I help you?
Yes, sir. How are you? Sir, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
You know, I applied for asylum like 10 years ago. It got denied. Then, after appeal, it got denied to the Board of Immigration.
Mm-hmm.
And after I got married, I got my VAWA case approved. Then I put the motion to reopen in the Board of Immigration, right? To terminate the removal order. And how long is gonna take? Because my lawyer, he's telling me this story, this and that, but
You don't know
I
for
don't
sure?
believe it.
Well, I mean, so just so I can make sure I recall what you just said about the current status, your attorney filed a motion to reopen or vacate to the court?
Yes, sir,
Uh-huh.
but this is still is pending.
Mm-hmm. How long ago was that filed?
It's almost a year, sir.
Uh-huh. And is the petition approved yet?
Yes, the petition is approved like almost 2.5 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's good. Okay. Did you enter with a visa originally?
No, cross the border from Mexico.
Uh-huh. Okay, so yeah, you already know you need a waiver eventually. So
No, he said in the VAWA case you don't need the waiver because you're eligible here when you're
oh,
in the VAWA case.
VAWA. Okay, I thought you said marriage. Okay. VAWA. All right, yeah. So all that information like the domestic violence or the abusive incidents that's been
Yeah.
shared to the court also?
I mean, still in marriage. It's not divorced. It's
Uh-huh.
almost 6 years now.
Uh-huh. Are you still living with that person?
No, but not divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Separately.
Well, that's I'm kind of curious though. Why are you still married though?
She don't want to give divorce.
That don't matter. You can get divorced anywhere in America as long as you know her address. You should probably talk to
about
You should
nothing
probably
about
talk to a
that.
divorce lawyer about that, because at least I think in most states, I can only speak for Texas. I know you're not asking a family law case question, but you might want to. We're happy to share a referral if you need it, because as you gain more income and assets, buy car, that your spouse can argue for it technically, even though you're not together anymore. So anyway, but back to immigration. Yeah, I mean, you might want to just try to call the court. I share this almost every day. You just call the court. You're going to expect to talk to the clerk. It typically is not the clerk that works with your judge. It's just like the front room kind of deal, receptionist. But they have a lot of mail. I know it's been at least a year for you, but things can get lost track. Okay, so unfortunately for us attorneys, there's no button on the internet that we could just click for you guys. But what we do on our team is after a couple months, depending on the type of motion, we'll call and ask if that motion is in the queue for the judge. Okay, so
No, this is not signed to any judge yet, but it's still in pending.
okay,
We received it.
okay, okay. Well, you tried. All right, that's all I can really share about that.
Is still unsafe or is still
Safe
like
from
how
what?
this administration?
Safe from what?
Like they can arrest, they can deport like this or no?
Yeah, they can do whatever the hell they want. Clearly, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of videos out there. It's really sad, but no lawyer can tell you you're safe. That'd be a lie, right?
All right.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Good luck to you. And the way I say that is because I mean it's sad. It is very unfortunate. I'm sure you've seen very similar videos I've seen. People getting arrested, kidnapped off the streets, um, and it's even people who have status. I saw the video this past weekend. A dad was pulled over like in front of daycare with his kid in the car. Like and apparently he just got the green card like 2 weeks ago. It's wild, y'all. So it's very clear no one is safe. So, but you do have to be proactive to know for your family to know what to do in the event that you get picked up. Okay. So I do have a webinar. Actually, this is a good plug time. I do have a webinar that we go into more detail next Wednesday. I'm going to be talking about an option in court, one of the more typical common applications to file. So I'll be going over basically the checklist, what to get ready, because you don't want to have to scramble last second. Obviously, that's stressful already, just the nature of having family member detained. But anything we can do to help reduce the stress for you, absolutely. So go ahead and click, go to profile or type in this URL, and you're going to find, at least on YouTube and Facebook, you can see this one. Okay, the webinar. It does not cost you anything, so you got no excuse to not join. All right, because I might only do that like once every quarter. There's just so many topics. All right, thank you so much, Colleen. Yours been waiting your RFE 90 days. Have you tried to submit inquiry? Okay, let's see here. I was trying to find that backlog report from Department of State. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, let me share my screen. How y'all doing today? All right, let's see here. Okay, it's a little small here. So on Facebook and YouTube, I could share it here, and it shows this is as of September 2024. But I don't know if that means like September 1st or what. Oh wait, 2024. What the heck? That's not the one I'm looking for. Come on, guys. Let's see. All right. Well, clearly, maybe they don't want to update that much. In the meantime, let's get the next person on. Chukwudi. Hi, Chukwudi.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello. How can I help you?
Okay, my name is Chukwudi. I'm so sorry. I come through medical border, which is about 3 years ago. I seek asylum. I want to know if I go married, am I going to get my papers? To switch asylum to marriage?
Well, it's possible, but it's not as simple as you might think because you entered through the border without a visa, right?
Yeah, I entered without a visa, so they detain me for like 2 months and days, some weeks.
Oh, okay.
Before I can be able to pay a bond.
Mm-hmm.
They give me a bond, so I pay the bond before I come out.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm glad you were able to file asylum, okay, application, but your spouse can file a petition for you, I-130, but because you enter without a visa, you have to eventually apply for a waiver so that you can go back to your country for the interview.
Okay, but is
hmm
there any other way I can do it without go back to my country?
Just I don't know your situation, but hypothetically, there's a couple options if you had someone file for you long time ago before April 30th, 2001, which is probably not likely in your situation for you. Um, the other situation is if the VAWA, have you heard of that? But that's if you're separating from your spouse.
Yeah,
If
I know about
yeah, so not VAWA, and then no, I think that's about it right now. But that's basically we can go in more. There are a couple other ones, but that's not based on marriage, like T visa and U visa. Victim of a crime is U visa. T visa if you've been working for a company, but it's not just trafficking. It's a lot more than that. It could be essentially labor trafficking. If you've been working for a company that forced you to do something you didn't want to do, or not get paid 100% of what you're owed, like wages. Okay, so that's a quick, short version.
Okay, thank you. If I
Okay.
want to get in contact with you, how can I get in contact with you?
Sure. I got a number right above my head here, or you can click on you can self-schedule using that link right there, the URL.
I will definitely, I'll call you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can screenshot and save this for the future. All righty.
But you walk around the states, because I live in New Jersey. I don't know where.
Oh, yeah. We're in Houston, Texas, but we help clients wherever they live. Greenland, Alaska, it's all good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
All right. Sounds good.
I'll get in touch with you.
All
Thank you.
right.
Have a nice one.
You're welcome. You too. We do not discriminate against people who live in New Jersey. Absolutely not. We're open-minded. Okay. All right. If you have a question, welcome to drop it in the chat box. I will try my best to read it from the chat, but it can get a little difficult. So the easiest way to get your question answered is to join the live show. I think y'all will get more benefit from joining the live if others can hear your question. And I'm very grateful for everyone that joins, even people who might not necessarily align pro-immigration. A good amount of them are respectful to some extent. So thank you for not spewing any hate. I really appreciate that. I always appreciate try my best to say this. I appreciate varying opinions. That's part of democracy, right? So let's just try to prevent that violence. Let's see here. Let me answer a couple questions I've written here. Back to Samantha. Drug test? I don't believe they do drug tests for the medical exam. If you talk about the 693 form, let's see what I can pull up for you, just so you can have a bit more information. There we go. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, Samantha. So this is what we got here. If you're referring to the medical exam that's required if you were in the United States. Okay, so this is a 693 form. I'm sharing my screen on YouTube and Facebook. It's like almost every year the rules change a bit, but the actual exam is the same. They did add polio vaccine recently, sometime this year. But got the form here. Most clinics ask you to print the form. I'll just print it just in case. There is an instructions page, but here's some tips. Okay, here's some tips about the medical exam. Okay, USCIS is cracking down, okay? They're cracking down on these medical exams because they know some of y'all don't want to take the vaccine. You do you, right? I get it. Actually, now the 693 medical exam, they don't require the COVID vaccine, okay? So lucky for you if you haven't taken it. I'm not here to judge you take it or not, as long as you don't get me infected, okay? You're good then. But here's the deal. There's been some people that have to send an RFE again in the future because a goddamn doctor didn't sign the application, the form. And then we've had a couple clients with a second interview where it wasn't even about their own case. It was about their doctor. And they end up going to a doctor who was a little bit skeptical that may have allegedly accepted some bribes. Allegedly. Okay. I don't have those facts. I just know a little something. Okay. So just be a little cautious about that. Just a little cautious. Yeah, I'm sure it's frustrating for anyone it's like some clients are like glad it's not about them, but it's like at the same time, like it's like could have just avoided that doctor in the first place. So yeah, allegedly there's a couple doctors out there that are accepting bribes so that you don't have to take a certain vaccine. Okay. So what else do I want to share with you about the medical? I know you asked me what type. Okay, so this CDC website, I'm specific about the medical. They check for these particular diseases: gonorrhea, Hansen's disease, syphilis, TB, and the ones listed here. Okay, and that it shows that you need to have these vaccines down here. Okay, so which is 15 of them. COVID is not on there. Okay, so anyone that's been concerned about that. Now, look, if you didn't take one of those vaccines, then you can apply for a 601 waiver application. But I gotta tell you, I think it's at least 1G. Okay, for the 601. Let me check that real quick. And you can't. The reasoning you provide, it cannot just be because you didn't want to. That's not going to be good enough. Okay. Let's try to see. They make it a little complicated to see the fees again. Okay, here we go. 601. That is, just in case anyone's interested to not take a vaccine, it is $1,050. Okay. All right, so the instruction page is there if you want to know specifically what they want as the reason, essentially. It's got to be basically religious and something else, okay? Apparently, some people create their own religion, so to each their own, okay? So let's see. If anyone has a court date, okay, coming up, and you don't have a lawyer, or your lawyer hasn't updated you, I'm not saying they have to update you like every month in terms of like what the strategy is, but if they haven't updated you at all, the strategy, put the number 1 in the chat box, okay? If you have a court date coming up, let's just say this year or sometime next year, okay? And your attorney has never told you the strategy, put the number 1 in the chat box, all right? Kelton Shields, your wife has no updates at the interview. Work permit at a time frame. Inquiries were ignored. Yep, typical, unfortunately. For AOS, thank you for your question. What can you do? So, what is the receipt date? The year, the month and year. Because usually, minimum amount of time that we wait for 485 before we file a lawsuit is minimum 18 months. Okay, which I know is so that's about a year and a half. And actually, this year. Well, you may have filed before Trump got into office, but when Trump got into office, actually adjustment of status cases were going just as fast, if not faster, than the Biden administration, which I know is super confusing. But it's not out of the kindness of their heart, okay, y'all? is to try to get y'all, in a sense, like kind of an entrapment in a way. I mean, I'm not thinking that for everyone, but especially for people who like just got married or like, and then 1 month later filed their case, and it didn't have enough, really didn't have that much evidence, not enough time to build up that marriage evidence. Okay. Um, Now, some people have been dating for a long time and then, suddenly got married. But some people have been dating a short time. So March 7th, 2025 is receipt day. Yeah, that's too early, Kelton. So normally, even before Biden, before Trump got in office, traditionally these AOS cases, marriage, be 12 months. So I guess yours March 2025. So maybe September next year is when you can contact us for Mandamus lawsuit. And look, I hope none of y'all have to file a lawsuit, but almost every day someone is contacting us or engaging with us to say, John, let's go. LFG. Let's go sue the government. Okay. So it's unfortunate. 1,700 pages of evidence. Is this a CHNV issue? I know there was a pause before for that. Did your spouse get a work permit? Because a couple of our clients under the same category, there was a pause, and we could tell. But I think a couple months ago, one of them got the work permit. Okay, so check the inquiry if you can submit inquiry on the work permit 765. The other thing is way out of time frame. I know it's frustrating. It's way out of time frame, and then you enter your receipt date on below that, and then it still doesn't allow you to submit inquiry, which is ridiculous. So it's clearly their way of pushing it back and pushing it back. They just don't want people to call in. Even at the field office, traditionally before Biden, they used to have people just, you want to walk in for what we call info pass appointment. They don't do that anymore. Okay. Which honestly, I think that part makes sense because those clerks, I guess you could call it, they didn't have much to share anyway. It's just to manually input an inquiry. All right, let's see. Thank you so much for questions. October 2023. All right. Thank you so much. We have a lot of people who want to join. Let's get, I think the next person was Abdul. After Abdul is Diego. Oh, I gotta speed this up. What's up, Abdul? How can I help you?
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Hello?
I'm here. How can I help you today?
Yes, you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I have a question. I have a green card, and I applied for my wife in 2018, and finally she got in the interview from Pakistan in 2024. And after the interview, before the interview, she was pregnant, but after the interview, my baby born after 5 days.
Okay.
So my wife got through visa, and she came in United States last year. She got her green card and everything, but there was no way we could get an infant baby. We tried to contact with them, and there was no help. And then finally this year in February, I applied I-30 for my daughter. There is any way we can get her here in a faster?
What's your status?
I'm on a green card holder.
I see. Okay. I was about to say CRBA, but okay. Faster? No, there's not a faster way, unfortunately. And then let me pull up the visa bulletin. When did you file that petition?
I filed a petition in February, beginning of 2025.
Let me just take a quick look. Beginning 2025, yeah. So right now they're working, as you might know, the current bulletin, February 2024. So there's unfortunately not a faster way. You could try expedite request. Have you done that on your online account?
No, I did not.
Okay.
It was just like, I don't know, my wife interview was like March 2nd, 2024, baby born on March 7th,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I couldn't add it in her application until the baby was not born,
Right, of course.
And she got an interview, she got a visa.
Well,
Tried to request them how we gonna leave the baby back there, but no response in a Pakistan Islamabad consulate was no response.
Oh yeah, they don't care. I mean, I don't know what you expect from them. It's the government, It is what it is. That's just the reality. I mean, congratulations on your child, but you had the baby. The baby was born after the applications and the interview, right? I think that's what you're saying.
Yeah, after that.
So I mean, you just got to move on. Move on to the next step, okay? Because they can't just. Unfortunately, it's not like a store. The government is not a store. You can't just like add a child into the. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you just got to move on to what is possible. The next possible thing is submit an expedite request on a Word document on your online account. Okay. If you need one of those, we offer a free guide, a complimentary guide about that. You just got to email my team on the URL right here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We do offer complimentary guides about many different things. So y'all just gotta access it. Is your first time here on the channel?
In your life, yes.
All right. Welcome. Righty.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, that's what I was misguiding and I waste my lot of time. I should do it in I-30 right away in the last year, but I was waiting for response, and there is no response. And end up I did I-30 in the beginning of this year.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
for my babies, like I-30 probably takes, 18 months?
It's gonna break your heart, but it could take longer. Yeah. I've filed lawsuits for pretty much every type of application, and I've had former USCIS leadership, people who have actually testified in front of Congress. Just chit chatting with them and say, like, how long does an actual officer review, like when an officer has the file in their hands, like how long does that actually take a person, like a human, right? It's not like a couple hours. That's so frustrating because you're waiting all these months just for a couple hours of review. So that's just unfortunately the government process.
Because I'm not just losing in patience, because my wife has to go back and forth to look at my baby every time she leave the baby and come here. Because
For sure.
She cannot live more than 6 months in Pakistan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
the other way, is maybe apply for a visitor visa. Maybe. But of course, make sure not to allow your child to overstay the visa. So, alrighty.
It's possible if I apply for the visitor visa?
I mean, anything's possible in life, right? You just got to try.
Yeah.
That's the only other option.
Also, the visa interview date, they given like more than a year later, they give you the interview date.
That's true too, but you don't want to think what's possible keep asking, is it possible? And they wait another 6 months, and there's a long wait time. I think it costs maybe USD, maybe $160. So, I mean, it's nothing illegal to try to apply in that sense. Okay. Alrighty.
Because I asked one time before in one attorney, and she said mostly the consular will deny it. She just gave me the idea because the consular will knows that parents has a resident of United States. When they're gonna take the child over there, they're gonna change the status.
But you can't. But you can't because you're not a citizen, so it's not immediate relative. So that's why. Thank you for joining the show. Go ahead and click the plus sign on TikTok, because you can't adjust her status, change her status from visitor visa to a permanent resident when you're a resident. You could do that if you're a citizen. That's different. So that's the
So this has a pretty good chance if we got an apply for a visitor visa and she could travel with the.
I can't say pretty good chance. I can't say pretty good chance, but I can say it's worth trying. So your wife doesn't have to go back and forth, right? Okay. All right. Good luck to you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks.
Come on now. Y'all can't be twisting my words here. Okay. You cannot be twisting my words. All right. I know some of y'all don't do that intentionally, but I'm trying to reframe your mindset here. Okay. Just don't give up. let's see here. Whew, what a day. I appreciate y'all. There is a long list. Let me try to get through at least 2 or 3 more. What time is it? Game time. Let's see. Yes, Martha, you can post questions there. Yes, Amanda. Hopefully your husband did not have long COVID. Let's see. It is 12:21. Let me just check my calendar real quick. Let's get in. Diego. I think I said Diego. Okay.
Hello.
What's going on, Diego?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. My question is, I got the green card for 10 years, like a year ago, but right now we're in the middle of a divorce. So the divorce is going to affect me?
How many years green card?
10 years.
Okay. So you're the resident holder?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not going to affect you in terms of you don't have to file a remove condition application. So that's good since you have the 10-year card. But in terms of applying to become a U.S. citizen, you have to wait 4 years and 9 months, the earliest you can apply. Okay.
Okay. That's good. So I'm planning to travel outside U.S. That's safe when I come back?
You talking about because of your divorce or because of just
because of my divorce.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. Click the plus sign. Okay, bye. Let's see. All right. Thanks, y'all. By the way, a couple things here, housekeeping. If you do want to take action, okay, there is this option, the pre-qualify option, for a meeting with one of my team members, which on YouTube, it's right up here, the first option. This is so kind of awkward here. And then on TikTok, if you do want to meet with one of our attorneys, you want legal questions answered with a legal answer, then that's this right here. Whether you want to engage with our services or not, that's okay. But if you have legal questions, that's box number 2. All right. But if you want to engage with our services, you might as well just go with box number 1. Okay. Because for y'all, only y'all, it's this amount. Okay. Only y'all. If other people, they're like searching online, they pay a little bit more. All right, so let's see. Let's get the next person on. Afuya.x. Maybe? Nope. Okay, maybe I'll come back later. The con. What are we talking about today, Elsie? Immigration problems. Not the orange guy, though. What's up, the con?
Hi, John. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? You doing okay?
Yeah. No, it's good.
All right.
Thank you for the time to give me.
Sure.
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure. How can I help you?
So I got my I did asylum here like 3 years ago, and my case was approved. So just like I received my green card like a year ago, and I have just one misdemeanor before that green card. So I'm just worried a little bit about travel outside the United States. But that misdemeanor has been dismissed. Like the case has been dismissed. It's not I can win.
Okay, dismissed. Dismissed meaning like straight dismissal, or you had to still sign a plea deal? Do you know?
It was what? Sorry.
Did you sign? Was it a straight dismissal, or you had like a probation and signed a plea deal?
Yeah, they have like a probation. Yeah.
Okay, so that still likely does affect your case. I don't know what kind of crime you have, but that is a suggestion to schedule one of these meetings. Because if you want, proper advice about traveling, and you have something in the past, you should schedule a box number 2. And if you do schedule with us or any attorney, you need to upload the documents so we can review.
So it will count even if it's before the green card approval or after the green card? Like anything like before green card or?
We have to take a look. Anything crime related, we ask you to schedule a meeting. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For the time. I will do that. Thank you.
Take care.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. By the way, if you're trying to schedule a meeting, that's this one, okay? The box number 1, that's this amount, less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, okay? Just so my team does want to know if you really were watching live today, which I appreciate. Thank you so much. Okay, today's word is bingo, okay? Secret word for today, bingo. The word changes every day, all right? So keep that in mind. I'm going to have to think of some funny words here. Bingo is the word for today if you want to unlock this amount for a a pre-qualify session, okay? It's our way of, number one, appreciating your time here on the live, but also in some way limiting our pre-qualify meetings because we just get a lot of requests and it's becoming more difficult. Okay, I can to get people booked in. Dunia, let's get Dunia on live. Hello. Hi, how can I help you?
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
My name is Dunia.
Yes.
So I came in 2015 in America. So my asylum was denied. So they gave it to me category A10 work permit visa. Oh, no visa, work permit. So how that can be converted with green card or not?
You got asylum denied, and how are you? Who's sponsoring you now?
And no, the judge gave it to me a category A10 work permit.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the status of the court case?
Yeah. So that's can convert with green card or not?
What's the status of the court case?
The asylum was denied, but the judge told me I can stay here and work how long I can.
Okay. A10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Withholding,
withholding removal.
Yeah.
Can that convert to green card? What makes you think that, though?
I don't know. Because I'm married now in like 2 years.
Okay.
But I don't have a legal entry. I came in border.
So based on your spouse on a marriage, you cannot get a green card residency in America in your situation because you enter without a visa. So eventually, first step is petition. After that, you need to file a waiver application. And after that, you can get the schedule for interview outside America. Okay.
Okay. So the category A10 that can convert it in green card?
That's just a work permit. That's nothing to do about work permit. That's nothing to do about resident card.
Oh, okay. So I have any option, another thing to do?
What do you mean? You said you're married to someone.
So if I for example, I apply for the my wife is apply for the I-130. I-130. Okay, so I have to go back in my country, right?
Yeah, eventually.
For interview.
Eventually.
Yeah, because I don't have a legal entry. So
exactly.
I can't go back in my country. So have another option or no?
Which makes sense because you apply for asylum. Thank you for mentioning that again. The crappy thing is that recently the Trump administration just changed the rule to where you cannot change the location of the excuse me, of the interview. Okay, who knows? Maybe by the time you can even, after your waiver is done, which right now it takes about 2 to 3 years for a waiver application to have a decision. Maybe by that time we have hopefully a new president. So just something to keep in mind. Have you got started with the petition?
Yeah, I did it already, but still I'm waiting for the interview like 2 years now, and no any updates, no nothing.
2 years it's been already. Okay. Yeah, they do.
I'm living in California, but my attorney was in New York, who have my asylum case. I get it to him, give it to him my case, but I want to change it now because I can't touch with him. I know no answers. That's why I want to change my attorney. So I am in your life. I'm looking at you. That's why thinking about that shit.
Yeah. Well, no problem. I mean, you're in California, we're in Houston. So, but we have Google meetings with clients and whatnot. But so 2 years. Okay. And your sponsor's a U.S. citizen?
Yeah, we are living together like 5 years, and
Good.
after 3 years, I married with her.
Very good. Okay. So one consideration is possibly a mandamus lawsuit because she is a U.S. citizen and now you've been waiting 2 years. Normally this petition's about 15 months when it's when it's sponsored by a U.S. citizen. So how about this, Dunya, if you don't mind, you can schedule one of these meetings right here. Okay. And remember if you call in, you can let my team know the secret word is bingo today. So you can get scheduled in for that amount. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So what is your name, sir? Is
John? Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So I can directly get in meeting with you or another attorney?
Depends on the amount you want to pay. This amount right here is with my associate. Mine's a little bit higher, just a little bit. So just because I have limited time, but happy to help. My associate can walk you through the process as well. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. I do see some questions on the YouTube. Thank you, Martha, for your patience. For 71 abusive waiver, do you need a divorce decree? Eventually, yes. You don't have to file it now. Oh, but you said yours got... Okay. So you got conditional resident status through your 45. It was approved very recently. Oh, okay. The abuse got worse. I'm sorry to hear that. So look, there's no... I'm more aware of these kind of cases when it relates to abuse because I'm a board advisor of a nonprofit here in Houston that helps DV survivors. And a lot of people don't know this because it's not, not really talked about on a live show or really anywhere publicly that much. But there's a lot of people that have gone through abusive incidents. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be emotional, verbal, financial control. Like, especially if you don't, I guess what's normal is to be able to use a credit card without a limit. Well, other than set by the bank. I've heard all sorts of stories. Like the spouse set a limit, like, I don't know, $200. It's crazy. So, so it's certainly a situation we certainly don't judge people. Like, oh, how come this person didn't know? Like, I mean, it is what it is. So we just we love the opportunity to help you find a new path, turn the page in the book. Okay. So the next thing to share about that is that there is no time restriction or time that you need to wait until you take the next step. When you file 751, Martha, you don't have to provide a divorce decree yet if it's not been complete, but you certainly want to provide it after your divorce case is done as soon as possible. And fortunately, with the online, USCIS has an online account. For most people, you can upload the evidence instead of have to, be worried about like where to mail it. Okay. So I hope that helps. Definitely contact us for the future when you need it. Miss M. Yasser. That's right. Sorry. I thought I answered your question yesterday. May have done it very quickly yesterday. You asked, how long does it take to process DS-260 for DV lottery winners? Okay, well, process a DS-260? I mean, I'm not as familiar with the DV process, but in general, it might take a couple months. So that's why your question was a little bit different yesterday, I think. So the sooner, I think yesterday your question was how quickly do you need to complete the DS-260? I have a pretty decent memory. So, yeah, you want to complete that ASAP. Okay, of course, accurately. If you don't know the information accurately, then don't complete it yet. because after you complete it, hit submit, it's locked. Okay, it's supposed to be locked. So the sooner the better, so that you could get scheduled for interview. Because as some of you might know, people who are recipients of DV, the diversity visa application, the government tends to cut out those interviews or are slow about them to be scheduled. You're welcome, yes, sir. In there, Paul Kelsey, greetings to you. How long are VAWA receipts taking currently? I believe someone messaged the other day here on the chat that it took them about 4 months or something. It is ridiculous. VAWA receipt notices do generally take a longer time. I'm not sure why. It's for some reason that particular server center. They clearly need to button up their processes with that server center. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, thank you so much for your questions. I will have to hop off very soon. I got about 3 more minutes. But remember, if you want to schedule a meeting with our team, today's secret word is bingo. Okay. Tomorrow will be a different secret word. So we obviously clearly want to encourage you to schedule meetings sooner than later. So for some of y'all, you asked me, like, am I eligible for this or that? That really is better handled with more time in one of these meetings. Okay. But I'm always happy to kind of give you an idea on the show. Anthony asked, you apply for residency, but you realize USCIS haven't uploaded your application yet? You mean to your online account? I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, because it kind of sounds like it's been, especially if it's only been a couple months, right? I mean, even today, I mean, I guess there's glitches happen sometimes. Even today, the interview we had today, we want to upload the evidence, and there was no option for that for this particular client for some reason. Whereas like 99.9% of other clients, there's an option to do that. And even with the officer, she said that she couldn't even pull it up on her computer. So thankfully, brought a copy of the 485 application, and that saved a lot more time for sure. So you never know. That could be some kind of glitch. But I wouldn't be too concerned about that. As long as you got the paper receipt notice, because that's just traditional. All right, let's get Lovely on. I apologize for everyone else. I think Lovely's going to be the last person for now.
All right.
What's up, Lovely? What's going on?
Hi, sir.
Hi, how can I help you?
Yeah, I want to ask this question. I have been approved for my I-75, and they sent me a notice that I have been approved, but they sent me a biometric to go for an appointment, but they haven't sent me yet the original copy that I would need to travel. I don't know why. Or they want me to come for the appointment for the biometric before they send me the original copy of the extension for my I-75.
What do you mean they haven't sent you the?
What do you mean they haven't sent you the?
Looks like you're on live on another device. Can you turn that one off?
You're on live on another device. Can you turn that one off? Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's just that other people can't hear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I said I have been approved for my I-75 extension, and they sent me a notice that it have been approved for 45 months. So I was waiting for them to send me a copy of the original. But later on, they scheduled me for an appointment for biometric. But up to date, they have not sent me the original copy for my I-75. And I was just thinking that, do they want me to do the biometric first before they send me, or
I don't know what you're. Well, why do you haven't been approved for anything? Your 751 extensions does an extension. It's automatic. So I think that you got to use the proper words, and I'm here to just share that, because when you say approved, that's approval of the application, but that's not approval application. You just applied, right, recently?
Yes, I applied, and they sent me a mail. say that
Extension.
They said that my application for the I-75 has been extended for 45 months.
48 months.
Yes.
So what exactly do you mean by original copy? Original copy of what?
I mean, this because my green card is going to expire soon, so I need the letter. Now I can take it with a green card, so I can easily travel and come back again. It's evidence. That is what I'm talking about. But they have not sent it yet to me.
I think you're confusing something. I could be wrong, but the letter you got, the receipt notice, is the extension.
Oh, the receipt is the extension.
You should probably read it again. It literally says extension there for 48 months. That's what that letter is for. They don't send a separate letter for extension. I'm glad you joined the live show to clarify.
Okay, so I can use that letter to travel and do everything I want.
I wouldn't rely only on that. We have a separate video somewhere to advise people to schedule an InfoPass appointment for the stamp. But if you email in, I'm sure we have a video that my team can email you. Okay, to talk more in depth. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. All right. Email in. I always tell people email and they keep forgetting. All right. Take care. Okay. Bye. All right. Appreciate y'all. Martha, 5 years. Okay. Y'all have a good day. Maria, let's talk about it. Okay. I just want to make sure I know all the facts. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.